Supporters of Turkey's opposition have defied a protest ban following the arrest of Istanbul's mayor, Ekrem İmamoğlu, a key political rival of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The ban, issued by the governor of Istanbul, came amid reports of a crackdown on social media platforms. İmamoğlu's detention occurred just days before he was expected to be officially announced as the presidential candidate for the Republican People's Party, CHP. Shortly before his arrest, İmamoğlu released a statement expressing his disappointment, stating that a handful of minds were attempting to seize the nation's will by misusing the police force. He described the presence of hundreds of officers outside his residence and reassured his supporters that he would not be intimidated, pledging to continue his fight. In response to his arrest, protests have erupted across Istanbul, despite the ban on demonstrations. Authorities have implemented strict measures to prevent gatherings, including shutting down major roads, closing metro stations, and restricting access to social media. Police have already dispersed university protests, and officials have banned rallies for the next 4 days. However, some residents have continued to express their dissent from their homes by banging pots and pans, a traditional form of protest in Turkey. Turkish prosecutors have since charged İmamoğlu with leading a criminal organization, bribery, and misconduct. Additionally, local reports suggest he has been accused of aiding the outlawed Kurdish Workers' Party, PKK, a group designated as a terrorist organization by Turkey. Over 100 others have been detained in connection with the same investigation. The CHP has condemned İmamoğlu's arrest, calling it an attempt to undermine the opposition's chances in the upcoming presidential election. İmamoğlu, known for his widespread popularity and charisma, has emerged as a significant threat to Erdogan. Recent polls indicate a close contest between the two leaders. In 2019, İmamoğlu's victory in the Istanbul mayoral election was initially annulled by Erdogan's government, but a re-election resulted in an even stronger mandate for him. Critics argue that the latest crackdown could backfire on Erdogan, boosting İmamoğlu's support ahead of the elections. The Turkish government has intensified its clampdown on opposition figures, targeting mayors, journalists, and business leaders in recent months. Despite this, international condemnation has been relatively muted, with analysts suggesting that Erdogan is banking on Turkey's strategic geopolitical position to shield his administration from backlash. As protests continue and the situation remains fluid, all eyes are on Istanbul to see whether the demonstrations will escalate in the coming days.